Okay, so I hope you are able to look in the slide and I am audible, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in today's class, I also believe that you tried the last class problem using ALDEP by selecting department number 4 as first instead of department number 1. Okay, so today's class we will be discussing about core lab problem and we will be looking in how to solve. So all of you just come along with me because we don't have a blackboard to teach you, so or a whiteboard to teach you here. The problem is we are going by online, so you should come along with me. If you have any doubt, please stop me then and there so that I will be happy to clear your doubts. Okay, so before starting this, these are the instructions what I have to give you. Please follow it. Even if you're missing one step, you won't be able to you will not be able to solve the problem when it is asked in examination. So if you have any doubt, please stop me and ask me how to move forward. Okay, so this is about core lab problem. In core lab, the acronym for core lab is computerized relationship layout planning, right? So using some computers, we are going to solve this, but in our class, we are going to see how to solve it, the mathematics behind that. Okay, so here this core lab is depending upon something called as total closeness rating. Okay, total closeness rating. Okay, just understand total closeness rating. What is this total closeness rating? Okay, I'll give you an example to understand what is total closeness rating. Okay, so imagine you have a friend. Okay, your close friend and your mother and your father and your professor. There are four people: your friend, your mother, your father and your professor. If I ask you in a scale of 1 to 5, if I'm asking you to give the ratings, what will be your rating for all these four people? Can anyone give me the answer? If I am asking you to give your closeness or your affinity towards these four people, with your friend, how much out of the scale of 5, if I'm asking you to rate you the relationship or the affinity with your friend, I mean the closeness, how closely you mingle with each other, can you give me the rating in the scale of 5 with your friend? Can anyone answer my question? You can unmute yourself, you can answer my question. Okay, the relationship out of 5, you give 4 rating to your friend. Okay, to your mother?
5.
5, sir.
With your father?
5.
5.
5,
with your professor? Definitely will be 1 or -1 or 0, right?
3, sir.
The rating is not fitting there.
4, sir.
Okay, 4. Okay, I'm happy if it's 4. Okay, so that's the closest rating. So indirectly, what you're doing is by giving this rating, you're telling how much close to your your friends and family and your professor academically. So this is what called as closeness rating. So same way, like no, like whenever you go to a restaurant, you will be asked, they'll give out of 5-star rating, how much you'll give for the food, how much you'll give for the service, how much you'll give for the ambience, like that. Or whenever the food gets delivered to you, you are getting whenever you are getting doubts of, you're using a cab service, you're giving the rating. Like the ratings are everywhere, but same way here also, core lab, we are using the concept called as total closeness rating. That is how much I mean, in what scale your relationship is with the particular department. Okay, I'll give you one example. What is the what will be the closeness rating in a scale of 10? For example, in a scale of 10, what will be the closeness rating of you and your and mechanical department? For example, if you're from mechanical department, what will be your closeness rating to the mechanical department or to the GDN block? 10 out of 10, you can give me the value.
10.
10. Okay. Say and what will be your closest rating to the technology tower?
So 6. 4 or 3.
4 or 3, because because the unless and otherwise you have a class or you have an exam, you no need to go to TT class, TT Blink. That's from my belief, because all of your major activity is in mechanical department, so the rating is less. Same way, Here we are going to allocate the department or arrange the departments in your facility, in the facility means in your organization, depending upon the closeness rating what they are going to share. If the affinity is more or if the closeness rating is more, then they will be placed close together. Imagine you are going to a classroom. What happens? You are free to sit anywhere you want, but always what happens? You will be keeping your close friend together. Wherever you will select the subject in such a way that you will always sit with your friends, right? Correct? You always want, if imagine you're going to a movie theater, you'll go with your friend and you'll make your friend to sit with near to you, right? So that is because you always want all the people you whom you love and care to be near to you. That is closeness rating. Same way, the departments inside a manufacturing plant or in a service or industry, you're going to place the machines or the department close to each other so that because the interaction or the will be high between the two departments. Okay, so that is the idea. Again, so look here, the last problem for A value, we have used 64, 16, 4, 1, 0, minus 1024. That is also possible. But I love to use only for A, it is going to be 4. For E, what is this? A, E, I, O, U, X, the relationship rate. So it is going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and minus 1. Where A means the relationship is strong, as you told, between the relationship between your father and mother, the relationship is very high. So A. And with your professor, it's going to be minus 1. So X is minus 1. So just for an example, right, for you to easy to understand. So this is the how we give the rating. So here we are going to, for A, we are going to use the value 4, and for X, we are going to use the value minus 1. Hope I am clear. If you have any doubt, I will explain to you. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So A means 4, A means big, the relationship is strong. So 4, X means minus 1 because the relationship is weak. Okay, so now you know what is TCR and what are the values you are getting, the linguistic variables to the numerical variables. Okay, so with this we'll start proceeding to the problem. Okay, so let's forget about all these things. Okay, because when doing the problem you will understand better. Okay, so here you should understand one concept. Just don't read the slides, just listen to me, you will understand better. Okay, so what we are going to do is, when selecting the departments, in the last time we randomly selected, correct, without any logic, we randomly selected the department number. In the case of ALDA problem, when we are solving the problem, we took department number 1 as randomly we have selected the department. But of course, I gave you a small hint to select the department which has the higher area, more area, largest area. I asked you to select in case of ALDAP. But in case of core lab, the difference is you are going to select the department based upon some logical thing, logic idea. What is the logic idea is by using the TCR value. TCR means what? Total closeness rating. Depending upon the total closeness rating, you will be selecting the first department. Then after that, you will be selecting the department based upon the relationship, that is AE, IO, UX, based upon the relationship, whether it is strong or whether it is weak. Depending upon the relationship, you will be selecting the consecutive departments. Again, if sometimes, say for example, there are 3 departments, you have selected the first department and the next 2 departments are having the same same relationship. Okay, say for example, there is mechanical department and there is a civil engineering department. Okay, and there is a main building. Okay, if then obviously we are selecting the main building as the first department. And if I ask you what the relationship between and imagine the mechanical engineering and civil engineering people, they share equal relationship with the main building. Of course, I think you're able to understand my example here, because mechanical and civil department are in the same building, GDN block. These people are dependent on the main building for any economic transactions. Okay, correct? Are you able to understand this? So if you want to place next to main building, if you want to place the department, there is a tie now. You don't know whether to place the GDN book. I mean, whether you don't know whether to place the mechanical department or the civil department. There's a tie now. So what you're going to do now in this time, we are going to use, because they say, for example, mechanical department and civil department, they're sharing the A relationship, that is a very strong relationship with the main building A. So what happens now? Now we don't know which department to place next. So there's a confusion. So in this confusion, what you are going to do is you are going to select, select the next department based on the TCR value, that is total closeness rating. Okay. If you're not able to understand, I'll stop here. You can ask me. Am I clear, or should I explain it again, please?
Yes.
Yes.
No, sir.
I want to, should I repeat?
No, sir. Clear, sir.
No, sir.
Is it clear? Anyone is there who is not able to understand, so that I can repeat it again? Because only this thing is the this thing you have to understand. Then the problem will be easy. Anyone who has not understood this what I spoke, the concept? Everyone is clear? Should I repeat?
Clear, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means you have main building, you have mechanical and civil engineering department, both are having equal relationship, that is they have more affinity, that is a strong relationship with the main building, so both are having a relationship. Then we have a confusion. I have allocated first, I have first placed main building. I don't know whether to place a mechanical department or civil department next to the main building. So in that time, what happens, because both are sharing a relationship with the main building, so that time what I'm going to do is I will allocate the department based upon the TCR value. Say for example, the TCR value of mechanical department is 10 and the TCR value of the civil department is 8. Next, which department I should place now? If the TCR value of if the relationship shared by mechanical department and civil department with the main building is A, and if the TCR value of mechanical department is 10 and the TCR value of civil department is 8, which department should I place next to the main building?
Mechanical department.
Mechanical.
Mechanical.
Yeah, mechanical department, because the TCR value is higher than civil department. It is 10 and this is 8. So that's why you have to place the department which is having more TCR value close to the main to the first allocated department, because it's having more closeness rating. That is, you're going to place your mother very close to you than your friend. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, so now we are clear with this example. If you're not able to understand, you can still stop me and ask me. I can give you some other example also. Okay, next. Okay, so the next thing which we have to understand is the difference between adjacent department and touching department. What is this adjacent department and touching department? Okay, so what is this adjacent department? So if I am placing department number 0 as the first department, okay, if I am placing department number 0 as the first department, then I should place 1, 3, 5, 7 as these are called as the adjacent department. Say for example, your house is located here. If your house is located here, you have your neighbors, that is 7, 1, 3, 5, because they are sharing a common boundary with you. Are you able to look into the slide? If you are able to look into the slide, you will understand that the adjacent department means 1, 3, 5 and 7, because they are sharing a common boundary. They are sharing a common boundary with you. And department number 2, 4, 6, 8 are called as a touching department. Touching department means they're just touching at the corners. They're touching at the corners. Okay, here, 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 and here. So that's why we call this departments as touching department. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Whereas 1, 3, 5, and 7, that is the departments highlighted in green color, are called as adjacent departments. Okay, are you able to get? Is it clear? Okay, you have any doubt on this? Do you know the difference between adjacent and touching department now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then by allocating the departments, as I told you, we are going to allocate the department first based upon the relationship. You should check the relationship first. Next, you are going to check the TCR value. If the relationships are equal, we are going to compare the total closeness rating. If the total closeness rating is also same, then we will be deciding it based upon the area. Are you able to understand? First, both the departments are having same relationship. Okay, we can't decide, so we have to check the TCR rating. Again, if sometimes TCR rating is also the same, like both are having the same TCR value of 10, then we have to check the area base, who is having more floor space, whether department number, whether mechanical department or the civil department. Then based upon that, we'll be allocating the departments in the grid. Okay, are you able to understand now? So
yes, sir.
TCR value, first you have to compare the relationship rating, then you have to calculate the total closeness rating, then you have to calculate the area. So I hope you understand, correct? Okay, are you able to understand? Okay, so now what you have to do is we have to do the placement rating. Okay, I think you will be able to understand the placement rating. Okay. So the placement rating. So how we are going to place the departments? Okay, that is again a very big question. How we are going to place the department? So always you understand this line. The second point, if you could see the 3 points which we have to take into consideration. In the given grid, what we are going to do is the first department we are going to place in the center or the middle. In the grid, what we are going to do is we are going to place the first department in exactly at the centroid or the center point of the grid. Say for example, in the whole university, which is the building which has to be at the center. Imagine VIT University, which department you will put it at, which building you will put it at the center or the middle of the VIT?
MB.
Main
Technology
building.
tower.
Because technology tower. Why?
Library, sir.
No. See, understand the logic behind this. Why you want to place the library, or why you want to? It's not for the aesthetic point of view. It's for the accessibility or for depending upon the requirement. Okay, the affinity.
VIT's layout
MB,
is not
MB, sir.
ideal.
Sir, MB should be in the front, sir. The first should be MB only. When they're coming, they should see MB.
Yeah, because from there only all the decision making authorities are placed, or all decisions are made at main building. The instructions to run the entire university is going from the main building, correct? So that
But
means
according to this, it should be in the middle, right?
yeah. So what I'm telling is, so always the main department from where the business originates, that should be placed or kept at the center point. Okay. Next, what we are going to do is in the given grid, just understand this. When we enter the problem, you will be understanding. You can understand better. So always place the first department in the middle of the grid or middle of the layout. Okay. Then go counterclockwise. Understand this word, counterclockwise. Okay. Counterclockwise. It's not clockwise, it is counterclockwise. Arrange your departments in first allocate the center department, go counterclockwise. Okay, when you're going counterclockwise, you should always set the you're going, I mean, you can start from the middle. Okay, you can start from the middle and you can go to the you should go to the west side, then go take a counterclockwise. Okay. Start from the middle, go to the western edge, west side. Just imagine western edge, and move counterclockwise. Am I clear? Okay. If you are not able to understand, if you enter the problem, we will be. You can understand it better. So just remember this point. The first department should be placed at the center. And the movement should be made clockwise, counterclockwise. By moving to the western edge, not towards the eastern edge, you should move to the western edge and then make it counterclockwise. Okay, go to the center, start from the center, go to your west side, then make a counterclockwise rotation. That is the how we are going to allocate the departments. Okay, so without further delay, let's move to the problem. Imagine this is the problem. Okay, so if you observe this problem, you can clearly understand that the relationship diagram is given to you. So this is the relationship chart. Last time we had it as a triangular thing, right? In the algebra problem, you had it as a triangular thing where you will find the departments like this here. So here what happens? Can you tell how this is made? Can anyone tell what is this and what is this? This upper triangle and lower triangle. Can you tell what is this?
It's a matrix.
It's just like a matrix. What way it is? It's enough if they give you the upper triangle matrix or the lower triangle matrix. You can easily plot this and you can start the problem. Okay. So and this is the relationship. That means the first department and the second department shares a I relationship. First department and the third department shares an E relationship. First and fourth department shares U relationship. First and fifth department shares O relationship. Okay. Is that clear? This is the relationship what they are sharing, what each and every department is sharing with each other. Correct? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes, sir,
like
yes.
the previous problem, they were given you the areas also, and they given you the grid size. How they calculated this grid size? It's easy to calculate the grid size. It's very easy to calculate. Just take the lowest value among the square. I mean, among this area, lowest value among this area. Divide that by divide that with that value with the other departments. So the least among this is 100. So 100 divided by 200, 100 divided by 101, 300 divided by 100 is 3, 500 divided by 100 is 5, 100 divided by 100 is 1. So like that, it's easy for you to select the number of grids when you divide it by the lowest area with the other departments. Okay, select the lowest department area, divide it with the divide that by the divide by the value with the other departments. You can get the number of grids. It's easy if you have the number of grids very less, then it's very easy for you to do the calculation. That's why I'm asking you to divide it by the department with least area. Least area you divide it with the other departments so that you'll get less number of grids. When you have less number of grids, the complexity of the problem or it's easy to solve. Imagine if I'm selecting 50 as the one grid size is equal to 50 square feet, then I will end up in making a very big grid or very big layout. So to do calculations is a bit confusing. So always divide the department with the least area and get the grid size. Okay, I hope I'm clear to you now. You have any doubt? I can repeat it. Hello? Someone can unmute and tell whether you understood or not.
Understood, sir.
Okay.
Understood,
Okay,
sir. Understood.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the first problem what they gave. In the next step, what we are going to do is the first step in solving Corella problem is to calculate the TCR value. TCR value means what? Total closeness rating. Okay, you take this problem. So what I did is just I took this table and I put it here. Just the same table what is given in the problem, I have made it here. Then what I made is I have made a summary sheet where I just put AEIOUX. Okay, I put what? AEIOUX. You know what is this? The relationship rating. Okay, then what I did is I am counting the number of A, number of I, number of E, number of U, number of O, and putting that in the numerical values here. I repeat, just I have made this table. I have made the summary sheet. To make this summary sheet, what I'm doing, I'm counting the number of A, E, I, O, U in the row. In the row, I'm calculating the number of A, E, I, O, U, X. So here A, do you find in the first row? For just come along with me. In the first row, can you count the number of A? In the first row, can you count the number of A? Can you tell what is the value of A?
Zero. Zero.
Zero. So I put 0. Can you tell how many number of E's are there in the first row? E.
1, sir.
1. Can you tell how many I is there?
1, sir.
I put O.
One.
1. How many O is there?
1.
How many U?
1, sir.
1.
1. Okay, done. The same way in the second row, how many number of A is there? Here?
0. Sir.
0. How many E is there? E.
1, sir.
1. How many 1? How many O is there?
2, sir.
2. Done. then there is no u, no x. So 0, 0. Now you understand how you got these values? Have you understood how you got these values? If you're not clear, I can explain it
Yes.
again. Just count this. Okay, in this case, let's say the example of the third row. Third row, there is one E. There is one A, one E, one I, one O, and I don't have any U or X. Just count the numbers and I'm putting it here. Okay, now done. So how to calculate the TCR rating? Then again, how to calculate the TCR rating? You know that in core lab problem, or it will be given to you in the problem itself, the value of A is 4, E is 3, I is 2, O is 1, U is 0, and X is -1. Am I clear? This value, no, how you got it? This is standard value. This is the standard value, correct? This is the standard value which is given to you. So what I'm doing is, for how I calculated the first, the value of 6. You should understand how I calculated the value 6. A 0. Okay, the value of A is 0. So 0 into 4. How much? 0 into 4? 0 into 4 is 0.
0.
Plus
0, 0.
plus 3. E means 3. 3 into 1 because E is 3. Just look into the movement of my cursor, please. The value of E is 3. So 3 into 1 plus I is 2. 2 into 1 plus O means 1. 1 into 1 plus 0 into 1 plus -1 into 0. If I do like this, I'm getting the value. That is, you can I have given the hint here. So 3 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 0 into 1. The value is 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0. It is, if I sum it up, I'm getting the value of 6. Okay. Similarly, 4 into 0 plus 3 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 2 plus 0 into 0 plus -1 into 0 will give me 7. Similarly, 4 into 1 plus 3 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 0 into 0 plus -1 into 0 will give me 10. Is 10. Okay. So that's how I get 10. Similarly, 4 into 1, 3 into 1, 2 into 0 plus 1 into 1 plus 0 into 1 plus -1 into 0, 8. Similarly, 4 into 0, 3 into 0, 1 into 2, 2 into 1 plus 3 into 1 or 1 into 3, 1 into 3 plus 0 into 0 plus -1 into 0. I get the value of 5. You have any doubt in calculating the TCR value?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So
No,
first
sir.
what we did is simple. The first step to calculate the TCR value, what we did is we just calculated how many A, how many E, how many I, O, U, X along the row. Then after calculating the number of A, E, I, O, U, X in the row, we are multiplying that with the values of A, E, I, O, U, X. A means 4, X means -1, E means 3, I means 2, O means 1, U means 0. We have just multiplied that and we have calculated the TCR value. Okay, so I have given you how the sample calculation to calculate the TCR values also. Now, how to place? Now we will start actually placing the department. Okay, now we have to start placing the department. Okay, so for doing that, you should understand the number of grids. Just moving back, the number of grids is how much? 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. This is going to be a 12 grid. There are going to be 12 grid. There are going to be 12 grid. 12 grids means what is the, like how I can arrange? I can arrange it in
4 by 3. Sir.
4 cross
3.
4 into 3. Correct? So like this I can arrange. Or 3 cross 4 you can arrange. So that's, I mean, you know how other combinations you can do, but you don't do it as 6 into 2. That is again, I told you, if you make flat as much as possible, keep it as flat as possible. Okay, so with that, what I'm doing, so now which department, okay, I told you, first we have to calculate the TCR value, and depending upon the TCR value, you will be selecting the first department. So out of these 5 departments, after calculating the TCR value, you can find that department number 3 is having high TCR value of 10, correct? Check here, 6, 7, 10, 8, 5.
Yes,
So 10 TCR value is high. The 10 is the highest TCR value, and the department is 3. So I'm going to place the department number 1 as the first department, correct? No doubt. Okay, so now tell me how to select the next department. The next department will be selected based upon the relationship. Now the second department has to be selected based upon the relationship what it is going to share with the already placed department. The previously placed department now is 3. Now we are going to select the next department based upon the relationship what the department number 3 is going to share with. So if I walk along this, you can find that the A means strong relationship, X means AEIOUX. So A is first. So when I walk through this row, I find that department number 4 is sharing a relationship. The department number 4 is sharing a relationship with department number 3, correct? Department number 4 is sharing a relationship with 3, correct? So that means obviously I should place department number A as the next department. Am I clear? Because no other department is sharing a very good relationship with the third department other than the fourth department, because fourth department is sharing a relationship, correct? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to allocate the next department as the fourth department because they are sharing a relationship A, correct? I have highlighted the things both in the upper triangle matrix as well as the royal triangle matrix also for better understanding. If it's confusing, you can avoid that. Okay, now we have to select the next department. And again, one more thing, not like ALDAP, in core lab, we have to compare that. I mean, we have to select the next department by comparing it with the departments which we have placed already. We have to compare it with the departments we have placed already. In this case, if I'm going to select the next department, I have to compare that with the previous departments, that is 3 and 4. We are going to select it based upon 3 and 4. Hope you understand, right? So are you able to understand what I'm telling? That is, if the department which I'm going to select next, I have to select it by comparing it with department number 3 and 4. Okay, so now let's go with this. So let's compare these two rows alone now. AEIOUX. So we have to select the department which shares A relationship with 3 and 4, or E relationship with 3 and 4, or AEIOUX. But let's just watch the slide here. Department number 3 and department number 4 we have already allocated. So if you walk through, you will see that AE. So the third department and the first department, they are sharing the relationship E, correct? Say yes or no, so that I will understand whether you are clear. See, just watch this row 3 and 4. You will find that
in the fourth department, can't we look for another department which have a high relationship with the fourth one rather than the third one?
Yeah, that is what we are going to do. But in core lab problem, you have to compare that with the previously placed all departments. Like in this case, after fourth, your question is right. That's why I'm repeating it again, that after placing the fourth department in ALDAP, we will just compare with the previously placed department, correct? But in core lab, I have to compare it with the previously placed all departments. Like here I have placed third department and fourth department. So when selecting the next department, I should make a comparative analysis between the previously placed departments, that is third and fourth. Hope I'm clear to you.
Okay,
That's the difference in core lab. Okay, that's the difference in core lab. See here, I said, okay, now getting back to the problem here, department number 1 shares E relationship. Okay, so department number 1 is now eligible department. Again, if I consider the fourth row, department number 2 is also sharing a E relationship. Okay, so now what happens? the relationship shared by the first department to the third department is E. The second department and the fourth department is also E. Correct? Their affinity is E. For what? First department and second department. Now there is a tie. If there is a tie between the relationship, what is that you are going to look in next? What will you check next? If the relationships are equal, what is the next value you will check?
TCR value.
Okay, so the TCR value of which departments you are going to check? Which department? TCR?
2 and 1.
Exactly.
1 and
Okay, 1 and 2 you are going to check. Okay, now check the TCR value of 1 and 2 and tell me the values. What is the TCR value of department number 1?
6, sir.
6.
6. What is the TCR value of department number 2?
7.
7, sir.
7. Okay, which is greater? Which is greater?
Department 2.
Department 2. So which department you will place next?
Department 2.
Department 2, sir.
Very good. That's it. We are done. See, I have mentioned. I see the first department shares E relationship. The second department is also shares E relationship, and I'm comparing. So the first department and second department. I'm the first department and the second department. What I'm doing, I'm for the first department and the second department, I'm comparing the TCR value, and I found the TCR value as 6 and 7. Because 7 is greater than 6, I am selecting the department number 2 because the TCR value of department number 2 is 7. So I am placing the second department as the third department. Okay, I am stopping here. If you have any doubt, I can repeat it. If you don't know how we calculated department number 2 as the third department. If I'm confusing or if you're not able to understand, I'm stopping it here. Should I repeat?
Sir, repeat sound time.
Okay, thank you. Are you clear with how you place department number 3 as the first department?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear how we calculated the second department, the fourth department as the second department?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this is something similar to the last class problem, ALDAP. But now, when selecting the next department, we have to compare the relationship shared by the other departments with department number 3 and 4. Normally in ALDAP problem, we will be just comparing with the last placed department. I say for example, if I selected department number 3 and I have selected department number 4, then if I want to place the next department, I will compare the relationship between first, second, and fifth department with the department number 4 only. I won't be bothering about department number 3. Correct? I won't bother about department number 3 because department number 3 is already placed. So I don't bother about that. I'll just worry about the relationship shared by 1, 2, and 5 with 4. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
but in
yes.
this case, overlap, we have to compare that with already placed department, that is 3 and 4 also. So the relationship shared by 1, 2, and 5 with 3 and 4 has to be considered. Okay, am I clear now?
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm checking the relationship shared by first department with department number 3 and 4. Okay, first case 3 and 4. I'm comparing the relationship shared by department number 1 with 3 and 4, and I find that department number 1 is sharing a E relationship. Okay, and that's it. And
Yes.
department number 2 O, and department number 3 is not that. Then department number 5 is I. So E is bigger. Okay, A, E, I, O, U, X. So A we have done, E. Then again, I'm comparing the relationship shared by the second department. Second department shares a E relationship with department number 4. That means what? First department, second department are now eligible candidates for the next placement. Correct? The first department, second department can be placed after the fourth department. There's a tie. Okay, there's a tie. Okay, so what happens here? The first department and second department are eligible candidates, but that's a tie because both are having E relationship. So when that is the case, I told you Once if the relationships are common, then we have to calculate, we have to compare them by their TCR value, correct? So that's the condition. So what I'm doing, based upon the TCR value of the first department and the second department, I'm observing that the first department TCR value is 6 and the second department TCR value is 7. So what I have to do, I have to place department number 7 as the third department because the TCR value of the second department is high. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, sir. Now let's see what is then. Now we have the second department. Okay, so can you tell me which department you will be placing the next? The left out department is 1 and 5, correct? The left out department is only 1 and 5. If I see 1, obviously you could find that the 1 shares E relationship with department number 3, correct? With department number 3, and the fifth department shares I relationship with department number A. So obviously AEIOUX. So next department which I should place is what?
1.
1, because it shares a very good relationship with the third department. So I'm going to place first department as the next fourth department. Okay. Now automatically the left out department is only the fifth department. I'll be no need for any comparison here. So just or calculating the comparison by relationship or by TCR value, that is not required because it is the only department which is left out. So what I'm doing, I'm going to allocate the fifth department. Done. So now the placement sequence is done, sir. Is that clear to you now? When the relationships are in tie, you're going with TCR value. If the TCR value is also on tie, you should take the area. Okay. But in this problem, we don't have that problem of comparing with the area because we are done with the TCR value itself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any doubts, sir? In ALDAP, this till this step. Not yet. Not yet means you're not able to understand, or how should I take it? You're
understood everything until.
Okay, done. Very good. Next. So next is the placing of department. This is very easy. From now on, the problem is very easy. I told you to place the placement order. I told you first place the first department at the center, move towards the western edge, then move counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Correct? That's the condition what we saw. So here what I did, just this is the answer. This entire thing I made in this table. Okay, we have calculated the placement sequence based upon the TCR value and the relationships. Now the first department, that is a sales department, I am placing it in the center. How many grids? 3 grids. How many grids? 3 grids. First department to be placed is 3. Third department, the number of grids is 3. So what I'm doing here, I took 4 cross 3 matrix. I told you to keep it flat as possible. So it's going to be 4 cross 3 matrix. And to start with, what I did is I'm taking 3, 3, 3 because I'm allocating at the center. If you take the center of this, it will be this 2 cells will be the center. So I'm allocating 3, 3, 3. Done. Have you understood this step, sir? How we allocated the first department? First department has to be allocated at the middle or the centroid of the matrix of the grid or the layout. Am I clear?
So can you explain what?
Yeah. See, have you understood the placement sequence?
Yes, a placement sequence understood.
This box you understood, right? This is what given in the problem. This is what we have calculated. Okay. And the number of grids is 12. So what I made it, when I asked you, you told me to have a 4 cross 3 matrix or a 3 cross 4. But 4 cross 3 will be more flat than 3 cross 4. So that's why what I did, I told you to keep the matrix as flat as possible. Matrix here I mean the grid or the company's layout. Correct? And the rule is to start from the middle of the matrix or the grid or the layout and move towards the western side. So if this is the east, this is going to be your west. Correct? If this is east, this is going to be your west. You know what is east and west, right? So they're asking us to move towards the western edge. Where? You can ask me. Here. Always move towards the western edge and proceed counterclockwise. Correct? These are the conditions to solve this problem. That is how you place the departments. Okay, so that's why if you take this matrix, this is the center point. Correct? This is the center point. So I'm placing department number 3 here, and I'm moving towards the western edge. So I can put. You can ask me why I can't put 3 here, because the rule is to move towards the western side. This is the west side. So this is east side. So when I'm moving towards west side, I'm putting department number 3 here. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next department to be placed is what? Department number. Look at the slide and tell me what is the department to be placed next. 4. How many grids it should occupy?
5, sir.
5. In which direction should I move? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Counterclockwise.
Okay, so done. I moved counterclockwise and placed 5 grids with given place for 4th department, 5 places, 5 grids. Okay, what is the next department should be placed based upon this placement sequence?
2, sir.
2.
So 2, sir.
2. How many grids?
1, sir.
1 grid, sir.
What is the next department to be placed based upon this ranking?
1, sir.
1, sir.
1. How many grids?
2, sir.
2, sir.
Obviously, the left-out department is 5th department, and the number of grids to be 1. Done, sir.
1.
Okay, that's how we do this core lab problem. Okay, done. If you have any doubt, I can repeat. Exactly at right time I finished today.
No, sir.
Done, sir. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
So while
Yes.
doing the layout thing, like arranging the matrix, is there a particular answer? Like, is there a unique answer, or do we have more than one answers?
Sir, that's what I told you. If you are selecting 4x3, you will have this answer. Correct?
Okay.
If you are selecting 3x4, it will look different. If you are choosing 6x2, it will look different.
So
If you're
all
choosing
of the
all
answers
correct,
are
or-
correct, right?
All the answers are correct, but the condition is always try to keep the matrix or this grid or this layout as flat as possible.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
You can check 3x4 and 4x3 will give different answers. The arrangement will be different. But my advice is always to keep the matrix as flat as possible. Flat in sense like this. You will have more rows than columns. Okay. Got it? And always start at the center, always start at the centroid of the center, move towards the western side, then make a counterclockwise rotation. Okay. So mostly in core lab problem, we will see that the number of departments is less and the grid size is less. Then only it's easy to solve. Otherwise, it will take more time. If I give 10 departments and irregular square areas, then it will be very difficult for you. So that's why we will give only simple problems in core lab. ALDAP and core lab is easy. Core lab is much easy. Only difficulty is my students what they will do, instead of moving to the west side, they'll go to the east side. Instead of making a counterclockwise direction, they will do a clockwise direction. That's where they will make mistake. They will move towards east, they will make a clockwise direction. So that is wrong. They should select the central department, move towards the western side, then west edge, then they should take a counterclockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. That is where my students will make the mistake. Hope I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Still you have any doubts?
Sir, you said to start from the center, right? But what
Yes,
if
sir.
there are 4 rows? Like if there are 4 rows, what do we consider the center to start?
4 it's much easy, no sir. 4 means just go with this. Only 3
So
class.
like here there are 3 rows, so second row was considered to be the center from where we start. But if there were 4 rows, which one should we consider to be the center for
4
beginning
rows.
the layout?
4 rows means you will have only 3 columns, no?
Yes, sir.
Then start with whichever you feel middle.
And then we will go from anti-clockwise from the bottom.
Yeah, you go to the western edge, then go anti-clockwise.
Okay, sir.
Move towards move towards your left, or move towards your western side. Then go counterclockwise. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So